Hello, East hives now. Move this big one, put that over there in storage in case the swarm wants to move in. There's all these old wild colonies, or in case anything needs a home, it's there. And if Ian wants it back, he can have it back. But it's not the same size as all the ones we use. Like he said, I think that's how I ended up getting it. He was very kind to give it to me. I really appreciated it, and I still do. Pop this on the floor, I suppose. Right, let's see what's been happening in here. Need to fill that up. I've got one of them in there, I think. You don't need that, they don't need all this fondant now. That's just left over from the winter. It's just fell out again. Same with the groundboard. A little bit of brace game that I need to clear up. Oh well, let's hope the queen wasn't on there. That's that brace crane that was on the groundboard there. Nothing happening. Nothing happening. I had to give him a load of new frames. It all went mouldy in the winter. Some stored some pollen in there. Nothing happening. 2 frames waiting for them to get going. And they're storing a bit of that fondant in here, and there is a bit of larvae, but what on the other side? No, not a lot happening. Pollen stored in here, some honey. And storing that fondant in here as well. Don't think I've seen an egg yet, so it'd be good to see some eggs. But when in the winter, when all the frames are mouldy, so I pushed all the, there was about 4 frames left with, I should have probably nuked them really, put them in the nuke, but I pushed them all up here out the way and changed all these frames here, so for some drawn comb, but some pollen. Some pollen. Not a lot happening. We're getting up to the frames where the bees are. Let's hope they're there keeping some brood warm. A bit more weight to it. Nope. Nope. No eggs. Not seen an egg yet. The bees in there sleeping and eating and getting a bit of the honey. There's a little bit of honey in it. This is where I moved all the decent frames to this end. So yeah, you've got a nice lot of worker brood on this one. In the middle. Some larvae. This wind's a bit cold. Hurry up. Hurry up, we need some drone brood. I haven't really seen any eggs that I can know for sure. They're droning fairly. Got a play queen cup at the top and at the bottom. Nothing in it. Lovely bit of brood on this frame here as well, with some pollen. No, you can't see the eggs. There's the queen, marked blue. There you can see her, she's up there. So we know we've got a queen, and she's got plenty of room. Right, let's put you back in carefully. Where are you gone, my darling? Right, you're on your own now. Let's be careful. No, they don't seem too happy, do they, these ones? A bit drony. They're not stinging me, they're not aggressive. Not as aggressive as some of the other ones. Anyway, but... there's some fondant. A bit of that wire there. But yeah, not seen a whole lot of anything really there. There's no swarm cells, but they're obviously happy with her at the moment. Yeah, probably happier with her than what I am. Yeah. Joy's a beekeeper, though. It's all good fun beekeeping, is it? They know what they're doing more than I do. I do know that much. Right, stick this crown board on. There's no soup on this one, is there? Nope. They don't need one. Pick up this bloke. Right, back in there. Yep. Nothing too special. Really wants to be in a nuke. That's the sort of size of the colony. Sort of nuke size, not a full hive. Right, so this little tiddly, let's move you over one. Let's have a look. Let's just see if we can get there. You can't see the little nuke, can you? Yeah, you can just about. Slide it a little bit. Let's try and bring you down a bit. Right. This is a little swarm I got locally last year. One of them wild colonies around here. They swarmed and I managed to get them. This year I'm not going to bring them back home. I'm going to take them to like an outside area, make sure they're healthy before I bring them back to the main apiary. Nice little homemade nuke by my father-in-law. I made the ground board, as you can see. It's podge taped. Nothing happening there. Nothing happening there. It's lovely. Wide comb this is. They really made it wide as it's an old super frame and it's full of honey. And brood this side. That's lovely. Pollen. I've got eggs. I've got larvae. That's a lovely frame, that one. Heavy. Got to be careful because, like I say, it's a super frame with an extension on it by the bees. They put their own extension on it. Same with this one. And larvae, eggs. Lovely lot of stuff. Those calm bees as well. So we know it's not these ones that have got to go. I think it's that big nuke box there. They're going to have to go, I think, eventually. I don't want the aggressive ones around here. Get them in a proper box. Some eggs all, some near enough whole frame of brood. Beautiful. And this one feels heavy like it's honey, but there are some eggs in it as well. Lovely. These are getting going now anyway. I think I'm just stumbling. Sorry. It won't be these ones. These are calm. So we're just going to stick that one up there. See if they'll lay in that. Not got COVID. That was a smoker cough. Need to keep bees in out in there. I hope my mum's alright. My mum's got COVID. She's on the mend now though. Let's hope she doesn't give it to the old man who's already got COPD. But we'll see. Let's hope right. Lid. Stay. Might think about putting these in a hive as well. I've got a spare one. And they're going alright with some more drawn comb and some more some more drawn comb and some more brand new wax foundation. That's the word, foundation. Just have a little look on this very top one that we put on the other day. We'll have a look. See how they're doing. I'm not going to go right into the brood chamber. I'm just going to put you on this one because it's a hive one. So there we go. Put you on that. Just going to check, see if they're using this top super yet. I might have gone a bit early with it and put it on a bit too soon. But wishful thinking. It'd be nice if they just ramming it. Oh, there's a lot of bees up here. There's a lot of bees up here. So they're obviously using it. Slide a few across. Sorry if you can't hear me, it's bloody miles away. Let's see what's going on. Oh yeah. I think that's the old honey from last winter. This is one of the ones that they starve out. They cleaned that one out, lovely. And they're storing fresh honey on that one. Fresh honey as well. This is my favourite beehive this year so far. Because I haven't got loads, I do have a favourite every year. This is a swarm I got. My mate rang me last year. Went out to Terrington and got it. I climbed a tree. Oh, it smells incredible. They're not going for me at all, this hive. Yeah, lovely. I'll have a look proper in them in the week maybe if we get a nice day. But this is the hive that I'm going to do an artificial swarm if I see a swarm cell. If I see some swarm cells, I'm going to try and artificial swarm them, make some more colonies, because the genetics seem blooming brilliant on this lot. The queen lays well, they're a lovely calm bee. They are a swarm, so I don't know where they come from. Essentially, I know they came from Carrington, but I don't know what. They could have been a beekeeper, they could be a wild colony, but I'll have a look at them properly in the week, I think. Because I don't want to keep, every time you go through the brood box, you're putting them back. So this is brood here, brood box. There's a queen excluder there. So we've got 2 supers that they're filling. That one's really full. And they've started filling this one, so superb. But yeah, I'm going to do, when I find some queen cells in this one, which they will do eventually, even though they've got plenty of room and brood box and a half, and they will want to swarm eventually, and I will try and create another colony with the existing queen, put her in a nuke box, shake some bees in there with her, frame a brood and some drawn frame and a frame of food and everything, try and make another colony with that queen, and then they'll have to rear another queen. I'll pick a queen cell and knock the rest down and leave 1 queen cell in there, and then hopefully they'll think they've swarmed, but it might not work. They know better than me. But certainly going to try and make another colony out of that one. But the rest of them, that other cedar hive over there possibly as well, but the rest of these ones, they seem a bit sluggish and slow getting going, and don't know if I will on any other ones anyway. And certainly not that big double nuke just here, look. These are aggressive little sods they are. And this little nuke here, got a lone worker in there. I've seen the queen, it's very thin. There's multiple eggs in each cell, which means that I think it's a lone worker. It's not the queen. They're trying to save the colony, and one of the workers is lone, so yeah. I'm going to put the brick on that one and put it on in storage. Wish they could all be like this one, but they're not. But one day I'll have about 40 or 50 hives, and 30 of them are going to be like this. That is the plan. Beekeeping's great. If you're thinking about doing beekeeping, go and get some gear. I know times are hard. You don't have to tell me, but it takes away all of my stresses and trials and tribulations of real life, and just a great hobby. I absolutely love it. Go well, guys. See you later. Chill.